If I know one thing about appeal, I love the looks of that. I see a +4. I see another +4 right next to it. I think I go for this one because it's got +4 from the adjacent rainforest. 1, 2, 3, 4 rainforest tiles. It's going to take a while to get 80 gold, though. Let's get some turns in, though, towards a granary. Right, we're going to want that housing before too long. Where's this trade route going to? Okay, I see Bologna, 10 turns, and I get more science or Hunza. I think I'm going with the short one. This just means because, I only have one trader. This means I can send them off to get both of these envoys a little bit quicker. Gradient Dust Storm. Oh, that's going to improve some yields over here. What exactly did this give? Fertility? Whatever that means. Anyways, we're done iron working. Masonry now. I need to get the boost for that. Sailing. Let's just straight up get that, dude. It's going to cost me 1 turn anyways. Let's just do it. And speaking of doing it, oh, I see the border growth was actually going there anyways in 15 turns. But let me double check, make sure this is the right theater score. Yes, +4 on the theater score adjacency bonus. I'm putting that down. 20 turns is a long time to wait. Ooh, look at that, like goody huts. That's spearman though. Watch yourself, it's being guarded. Looks like my scouts have synced up though. Found a barbarian. Sorry, barbarian warrior. Yeah, this would be a great spot for a settle. Too bad, oh, actually, there's not any civ too close here. I guess the closest would be, who's just the Romans? I guess the big question there is just like, how huge is this sea? We can't actually pan across just yet, so probably not too feasible to go all the way around the backside. It looks like my chariot's back to health, though. There should be a couple barbs left over here. I've cleared out the actual camp, but there are definitely dudes to clean up somewhere here. I've now got the campus complete here in Fortaleza, and in my other cities, when that completed, I started pumping out settlers here in Rio de Janeiro, and I went to Theater Square here in Manaus. But this city can follow its own path. Now, putting a Theater Square down, of course, we have some great yields here. We're playing Brazil, and there's rainforest everywhere. Like a +3 Theater Square here would be brilliant. I could even get some kind of special entertainment complex to improve those adjacency bonuses. But I think I'm going to skip right through to the library to get myself that one more great scientist per turn. It's not too much, but none of my other cities have gone right for that because the adjacency bonus on the library was just so dang crazy. Look at this, an 8 science out of this campus. I should check, though. How's the Great People Race going? Like, we look at writers, artists, musicians. I can see people are getting like, 9.2 a turn is actually a ton for writers. Scientists, Germany's getting 11, so I'm very far behind. And great profits, there's actually an opportunity there for me. Brazil, Arabia, and Germany. Oh, hold up. Arabia is definitely going to get the last religion, so that's a no for me. I was wondering, like, I swear these guys are into faith. Why aren't they, like, trying to collect these points? But that must just be how they roll. Sailing unlocked. We've got the galley, we've got the fishing boats. Games and recreation. There's the street carnival I was just talking about, putting down. It would be a good idea to figure out where those go best. Ooh, Colosseum. I would like to get an extra 2 culture and 2 amenities in a whole ton of cities. Speaking of cities, settler just trained in Rio de Janeiro. Where does this guy go? We got a crazy gradient dust storm or something down here on the camels. And I think there's some barbs down there too, but that's a good settle. To the northeast, okay, we got what's left of the barbs. Let's try and fight some of these guys off. Get out of here, bud. And then there's also a sweet settle with these crazy floodplains. 4, 8, 10 floodplain tiles here near Preslov. That might be a good spot to go. Yeah, let's do that. This way we can even walk along the road that we made so nicely. And I got this warrior here. Let's go scout out the place. Okay, Preslov warrior. You get a little bit scared when you see these black and red combos, but that's just a city-state, my friend. Let's get this goody hut. New pop. New pop. I swear that goes to your closest city, which is probably Manaus. But maybe Rio de Janeiro. I wasn't paying too much attention towards what the pops were beforehand, but definitely could be the closest city to that goody hut. These guys will keep up the same sort of thing. Unlimited settlers. The only other thing I might want to get is a granary, but that's going to cost me 5 turns, which is a whole new settler. Maybe instead I could buy a granary with some gold if I saved up enough. Wow, I can actually get some decent gold out of selling to people. Let's go Ludwig. Then I can buy your borders if I want, but I don't need open borders both ways for us to be friends because, man, we're already best buds, I guess. Next civics. Let's see if we can get an alliance pretty quick. That'd be awesome. I don't really care for any of these other ones. Military training, I'm not big into that. Theology, no big faith game just yet. And feudalism would be sweet for getting all those builders. And we're not getting that many builders. We are, though, with every new city. They'll be getting a builder. We're going towards something like an alliance. I feel like I'll be able to use that pretty well. Promo available here for the heavy chariot. But he took some damage. Defending versus range attacks. That's exactly what you're doing, bud. So let's do that. And then I'll keep making my way north here. Scout out the lands ahead of my settler that's coming out, right? And let me go back one more time. Look, this archer. The enemy archer trying to come in here, stand on my 10 science campus. That's not happening, bud. We one-shot that dude with our guys sitting in the city. Archers are just so dang strong at shooting, dude. It's insane. Great Barrier Reef. beautiful to see. Era score, XP for the scout. It's just great all around. You know, I could really use a builder here. Horseback riding, build a pasture. Dude, there's one right there. It's so close. And then I got, I swear, a whole envoy waiting on me getting the stone quarried up. But those dudes cost a lot of money. How much is that? 230? I'm making good money per turn. And if I build the builder with production, about 7 turns. Okay, this guy took almost no damage there, getting shot at by the archer. Looks like that fight's going to be over before too long. My archer in Rio de Janeiro, you can just fortify my dude. And then we're going to leave this barb camp here to the AI, okay? You can just fill up their lands. Terrible barbarians to ruin their day. I'm super happy with that. Oh, meteor shower on some cattle, it looks like. Where was this done? Hey, that's near my city. No way. Okay, while that's still going on, let's grab it. Free military unit. Got myself another heavy chariot sitting here in Fortaleza. I think we just keep them with our settler a whole way there. Make our guy feel a little bit safer. Nothing wrong with that. That means this warrior can do a little bit better scouting too. Wow, and some more nice lands up here to the north. Okay, guys, we've done some city planning here. Down to the southeast, we got ourselves a potential Petra cities. It's going to have some decent tiles to work, even if these crappy deserts don't get off to their full potential. And that's important to get a Petra down too. So look, we got 2 tiles, 3 food, 1 production amber next to this volcano here. That's going to be super strong. 4 yields on the bananas. And I've got these spaced out so that they share tiles perfectly. Let me hit the settler lands. I swear I did. Okay. The only tile that might be getting messed out is this one sad, lonely camel, because up here to the northwest, we've got another city. In the midst of a little bit of rainforest. Yep, over here we've got some, and then some to its east as well. The city's going to have fresh water, and the yields here aren't too crazy. But there's so much land and rainforest here that you can't just not have a city, although it's not highest priority. Over here with the floodplains, now I was hoping, over here to the north of the floodplains, I was hoping that we'd have some Edamanaki or Great Baths left, but it looks to me like those are now gone. There's tons of floodplains though, and these yields could get huge, so I'm thinking to put a city on each side. To the northeast of the river, we've got a decent settle here on this stone. That'll give us a 2-2 starting city. And we've got a 2-2 tile next to it, some horses. Great to have that strategic resource down. And that'll mean I start getting some of these tiles away from Preslav, because eventually it will grow those borders, right? And I won't get those tiles back. This would leave me open to building another city on the west side near this little lake here. I'm not sure exactly where I'll go with those, though, because there's no rainforest over here, and the yields aren't that good, so I'm not too worried about it. Next stop, though, next city, I think it's going to be this one up here to the northwest. The yields are far superior to the other 2 locations I mentioned earlier. Friendship expired. Ludwig, come back here, my man. So we're going to have an alliance, dude. Things are going to be real fun between us. Well, war declared. Who's this? Trajan and Sultan Saladin. Where do these guys live? Oh, I see Arabia. Okay, wow. Vatican City was just free, I thought. However, the Romans might have taken this by force. I'm looking in a prime position to go and view that myself, as I have a scout cruising through the lands. Just looking at the metrics, though, these 2 looked pretty well. And the military strength, even science, but the culture is just crazy in the favor of the Romans. Like 5x difference. What the heck? Defensive tactics achieved. Muslim at Halicarnassus. This is an interesting one we might want for a coastal city. However, I don't see any coastal cities right now for us. They did give us a governor too, though. Pangea, I feel like she's already been given a lot. Maybe more great people points generated in the city. And they're already in Fortaleza. You know what? Let's go ahead with that because we want lots of great people points. Perfect. And here we go. I'm seeing a bit of what's going on here. Romans have a pretty strong looking army here. All very ancient and classical era, but strong nonetheless. You got the catapult, warriors, heavy chariot. Those are good. And, you know, a builder to fix things up after you tear it all. Raise it to the ground. Shipbuilding complete. Okay, land units can now embark. Kind of silly not to get that Eureka, but I just don't have any coastal cities. So, like, where am I going to build myself those 2 galleys? They are so cheap to build, but I just didn't have any place to put them. This city's going in 4 turns. Can I skirt through before that happens? I really hope so. Not trying to be in there when a free city gets spawned and there's a bunch of terrible pseudo-barbarian units trying to beat me up. Next city, though, I think we go down south here towards the camels. Get this city started. And I should reflect that with my text too. Let's go right for mathematics. It is true that we need to build 3 different specialty districts to boost it, which we aren't too far off of. Only 8 turns with the theater square. So, you know what, let's get started on this and then switch out of mathematics, hopefully, before we forget. But we can switch into something else and actually use the boost to finish that off. The city I like the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus would be really nice. And also, obviously, the Petra. It's a beautiful wonder to get. Okay, Bologna, give me some help here. I'm just going head-to-head with the swordsman. It's not easy work. Wow, Natal finally finished its monument. It feels like it's been an age since we've started on that, but good for them getting the work done. Housing's good. Not too worried about that. Maybe we should get all the way onto a district. There are an unreal amount of rainforests in this land here. And the city is doing quite good work. 4.5 culture per turn just off those tiles worked. And the monument. 6 production. Food surplus of 2. Maybe I should tell them to work this bananas. I don't know. We can do a tiny bit of planning though. Right here would be an awesome campus spot. Right, you get all the adjacency bonuses from the rainforest plus the mountain. And then a theater square. Let's click on this bad boy real quick. Yes, I have 4 right here because we're just surrounded by rainforest. But if I do something like commercial hub, wow, you get a +5 commercial hub here. That's really attractive. Or a +4 if you did all the way in this useless, well, relatively useless desert tile. I see that I could put the campus down here and get the same adjacency bonus. So why don't we swap these around? We'll get a commercial hub. That's +5. Now you might say to yourself, hey, once you put the campus down here, you're getting rid of a rainforest. That's going to drop down your adjacency bonus. Well, no, because 2 districts, aka the city and the campus, also counts as adjacency bonus. And you know what? I don't have a single commercial hub yet. So maybe I should place one of these down. Now, also keep in mind the street carnival, now half price. Half price. So I think I will place the commercial hub down, but just not this second. Where can we get a street carnival down where it's going to be super good to us? None of these places really know about their theater square district except for Manos. So let me click real quick. Where are we building this guy? Oh, right over here. And you know what? If I got an awesome street carnival somewhere that could synchronize with whatever city is built here, that'd be optimal. We're not in pop range to do that though, but something to keep in mind. Whenever you can find these districts for half off, always good to place those down, lock in the price. I think I got a decent triangle place down here, but it's going to take a little bit of coordination between Fortaleza and whatever city comes over here. In the meantime, let's get Natal working on the commercial hub so I can get more traders. Hopefully I have an alliance soon. And I'm sending out tons of traders to get me all that sweet gold. Speaking of gold, I can finally afford a builder. Let's get this. I'm going to get the cattle, get a little boost there. Move on to the stone, get a little boost there. And with classical era ending in just 8 turns, it looks like I'm all set to hit normal age, which is always good to see. And I got a new city going down here. Recife. Maybe we'll call that Rekif. I don't know. Now, here's the thing. This guy's got stones. We could get the boost, and then I wouldn't have to go and buy out a border here in Fortaleza. That said, I actually would like to be working this tile, whereas the one here in Recife, the tile's kind of trash, dude. Anyways, monument, first thing built in the city. We don't have any rainforests here to hyperspeed this border growth, so that's actually going to take a really long time naturally. That makes me think I need to send this builder towards the horses, buy out the horses, start gaining that strategic resource. I can even sell that to people to make the money back, but it will mean it takes a little bit longer to actually get that boost towards stone, horseback riding, all that good stuff. Oh, die, and let's finish them off. Good job, okay. Took out a whole on swordsman down here in the desert. That's absolutely no joke, buddy, no joke. Now in Fortaleza, I want to get this theater square down. Like even this carnival would be nice, but I can't afford the tile, but there is still a rice here, and I would like to harvest that out, not just to waste the tile. So I gotta waste a couple turns here. Let's just toss a couple into a builder. Can't go wrong doing that, can we? Wow, major flood. These tiles are gonna be huge on the floodplain. My goodness. Envoy unlocked, eh? Just one. I would like to send it to Chingeti, but I'm not convinced that I got the right government. No, I got charismatic leader instead of diplomatic league. So I'll wait just a second. Look at this mathematics. It's now close enough for the boost to finish it off. Dude, when I get this quarry, I build a pasture, and I build that 3rd specialty district, my tech is going to be going crazy. And I guess we can get started on that. First, come on over here. Get the rice. We're going to harvest that out. Here in Recife. Yep. Go and step on the horses. Build that. That gives us horseback riding. And it gives us access to the strategic resource, which is, well, you know, pretty strategic. You can sell it for a lot of money. Just like you can sell amber. Okay. That's where we were making all the money before. I was wondering where all those dollars went that we used to have. Getting the stone tile shouldn't be too far off, though. I'll just get this rice real quick. Let's harvest that out. Give myself tons of pop here in Fortaleza. Went from 5 to 6, and I'm pretty much at the same amount of food. And housing, not too much of an issue just yet. That's good to see. Wow, there's still a rice here, though, so we'll get to harvest twice. That is absolute bounty right there. So I found another barb encampment. Yep, that's what we like to do in this game. Fight on all the barbarians. Do it the hard way, guys. Do it the hard way. We got a new city, though. Curitiba. Okay, not bad. We do have a nice rainforest, which means we're going to get culture. Going to get those borders expanding nice and quick. As for my builder, I'm not convinced you need to do anything in this city. Maybe we send you up to Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, this sheep's getting work. Let's improve that. The city's on the coast and it's going to lack housing, so we'll go granary. Classical era over in 5 turns. Going to clear out another barb encampment, hopefully right now. Okay, next turn. I think that gives us air score because it's nice and close to one of our cities. And you, Saladin, let's trade some open borders here. You want me to pay you money? Totally acceptable. I just want to keep exploring these lands, bud. I'll just go through one time, and I'll be happy enough. Let me look at my deals, though. Look, I got 4 horses. Can I get some good money out of that? Saladin, not bad. He's at war with those Romans. He needs horses ASAP. He's willing to pay up for that. And I still got rice here on this tile where there was a marsh. So let's harvest this once again. Up to 7 now in Fortaleza. This city's going to be growing like crazy. Sorry, the pop's been growing like crazy, but now its production is going to be growing like absolutely mad. I believe that means we can get an extra district down too. So let me start by putting down a theater square. Yeah, is this for sure I want to do it? I think so. Next will be the street carnival, but I have to actually afford that square, okay? And I can't afford that square right now. All right, celestial navigation unlocked. Literally have 0 harbors, but I will build one of those down here in Kurtaba. Keep saying this wrong. Sorry, fellas. We want as much adjacent bonus as we can. Put you next to a desert tile, so a higher chance of getting some kind of other adjacency bonus from stuff. I think we will finish the granary, but I like to lock on that harbor just because I don't want to pay more in the future when I could just pay less now. There's that air score we were talking about, +3 and +30 gold. And looks like we're pretty much safe down here on the coast now. It is a German city, Hamburg. They are encroaching a little bit into this desert, but I can't blame them too much. It's taken me a long time to actually cut off these lands here. That said, I do have another settler coming out in 1 turn, so I could just bring him down here. That's fine with me. All right, next research that I really want is construction to get a lumber mill, but it waits on masonry, and I also need the air score for doing that. So let's just get on towards engineering. We'll look towards an aqueduct. I've been a little bit of an aqueduct hater, and I realized that, you got to learn things and improve as a person to become a better Civ player. Plus the air score from that single theater square. Beautiful. That gives us the mathematics. We're going to get air score out of that too. Where was that done? Here in Manaus. Wonderful. Now the question is, do we keep on going, pressing forward for the amphitheater? This would give me more great writer points, but what I need is a granary here. The city's budging up right on its pop cap. We want our cities to grow as big as possible. We're going for late game here, guys. Chaguana. Recruit a great admiral. That doesn't seem too likely to me, bud, but we'll do our best. Now let me get onto these stone that I've been talking about so much. I'm going to buy out this tile. Pretty dang expensive, 135 gold, but we'll improve it. That's a 5-yield tile. It gives us masonry, and masonry means that we can not get engineering and instead go for construction. Get myself a lumber mill. Now that's going to be huge just to make massive tiles. Like this one down here could be 2 food, 4 production. Like that's so huge in the early game. Up here in Recife, this tile right here, same thing, 2 food, 4 production. This city will be a powerhouse. I found those to be even stronger than mines early on because, you're also working on top of a woods, which gives you production. Now, do I send this settler down here to fend off the Germans' advance? Honestly, I'm not too worried about them being super speed with that. However, we look at our other options. Okay, up here to the west of Fortaleza, got some more floodplains, some beautiful tiles. I see 1 rainforest, maybe 2 rainforest tiles over here. I want a couple over here. So we get 1 good rainforest city and then another okay city up here to the north. That said, we pretty much guaranteed to get those at some point. A new settler, it takes 8 turns. So let's go ahead and send our newly created settler down towards the Germans, sort of head them off before they can get too far towards me. Oh, unit's been healed. 72 health from that camp there. Just wasted what that warrior was going to do for the next 5 turns, which is heal up and do nothing. There's nothing left to do down here, bud. We've already conquered all the things we need to conquer, which is nobody, just barbarians, guys. We're taking it nice and peaceful this game, okay? Nice and peaceful. Classical era ends in 2 turns. Do we think we'll get any more of these boosts? Okay, we got mathematics, we got horseback riding, and we got masonry. That was solid. I'm not going to build a watermill, although it would be kind of smart in some places. We're not going to get that done in 2 turns, okay? And I want that lumber mill ASAP. That's literally what this builder over here is waiting on. They're just sitting their butt on this tile, waiting to make it absolutely huge. I can't think of any others that will finish in the next 2 turns. So, well done. We're very close to Golden Age. We might hit that. I don't care that much if I do or if I don't because I feel we're doing great already. And next is Renaissance era, Golden Age. Maybe if I got a bunch of traders out, that could be super strong. What's this, though? More barbarians? What do you know? Am I really that surprised? No, not really. Mega Colossal Eruption? Near my lands, 2 mans dead? 2 dead? Are you kidding? What's going on here? 2 population lost. That must have been here in Rio de Janeiro. Nothing was damaged on the south side, but a lot on the north, I guess, has been buffed. We don't have a city there just yet. We will have one there soon. It's a shame we lost the population, but you know what? We were hitting right up against that housing cap, and without the ability to build a granary, because I'm building a ton of settlers, I mean, that doesn't end up being that serious in the end anyways. New one I completed, Minakish Temple. Dude, these guys are racing through the wonders. Gotta give them some respect on that. Medieval era, and I hit the golden, baby. Let's go. Maybe that'll heal my scout up. What's that, 1 era score? Because we got civil service. Okay, well, that's perfect timing. Don't have use for any of these things except for the Alliance. I have lots of uses for that, bud. And I'll get Diplomatic League. There we go. Looking at the city-states I could give things to. Chingeti, train a horseman. Oh, that's so easy. Kaguana, get right, Admiral. Tough. Right. Where do I send this one envoy? I'm going to say I'm going to go for the faith because I got 0 faith revenue right now. We got to change that. I definitely see myself getting some actual holy sites, temples, and whatnot in the not too distant future. Because we are going to need some of that faith late game if we want to do a decent culture game. Dedication, though. Wait, are we actually golden? No, just normal age. We were 1 turn off golden. That's crazy. The Germans did make it, though, and so did the Romans. And we're back here. Monumentality, and the regular civic and tech bad boys. A lot of these look pretty tough to get. The techs, also not that easy. Feudalism civic, we can get that. Aqueduct, I probably won't. 6 governments, 6 policy government, 2 universities. All these are pretty tough. What I do know I will do is build a ton of buildings. Let's go monumentality. Get ourselves a lot of that era score. And next civic, I'm going with feudalism. Farms will be a little bit better, although I don't have any. And builders, when I get them out of the settled cities, and when I just decide to build builder as well, and then I can get that up to 5 actions instead of just 3. There's something I was forgetting about, though. Something. Oh, yes, the Germans. Alliances. What kind of alliance should we do with these guys? You know what? They seem to be very cultural. So let's go and do a research alliance with these dudes. If we do this, hopefully we blunt, some of their cultural awesomeness, and we can get a lot of science out of trading with these dudes. As for who wants to buy horses, looks like the 2 guys at war. Okay, let's send it to the person who I'm pretty sure is losing. So those Romans don't snowball, because warmonger snowballing is certified terrifying. World Congress. Really don't know about any of these guys, and I don't really care. Double points towards great people, though. I would go hard. You know what? No. Let's go no points towards great people. Let's save a lot of these great scientists and submit. We'll move on then. Looks like no great artists. Okay, that's not bad at all. I'm nowhere near getting a lot of great artists, so good for me, man. Builder, down here. You could build a lumber mill, eh? That would make that tile super strong. I know where I am building lumber mill, though. Right up here in Recife. Let's go build that right now. Mass production knowledge improved, and the city's production output increased by 2, just like that. All right, next tech, what should it be? I feel like education's possible here. Earning a great scientist, could do that. Another one I might go for, finding the Niter with military engineering. Just smart to find out where Niter lives, man. You can sell that to people, and you can sell your cities down more efficiently. I need to start getting these cultural great people points, though, and now that there's no artists, I can go get myself an amphitheater that only gives me more great writer points. Okay, so we'll go crazy on the great writers and then get art museum before too long, hopefully. And we can get great artists when everyone else is allowed to do so as well. I'm going to start a new policy too. If I can just buy out luxury resources, I'm going to do that, okay? I think that cost me, 85 gold? 95. Wow, things are pretty expensive. But if I go here to the markets, let's put it down here, I can get that gold back just this turn, right? And then get 7 gold per turn after that. That's wild. I'm accepting this instantly. And that's just a great way to run an economy. Very efficient. Wow, an absolute barbarian army. They got a man-at-arms. Dude, you did not see what I saw there. Saw at least 7 troops roll over. Absolutely terrifying. Not going anywhere near there if I can help it. I'm going to stay down here in my nice jungles, rainforests. We're going to have bananas, and things are nice. Monument completed in Recife. This might be a candidate for my first city with walls. Just based off what I saw down there with the barbarians. That said, I do want to push towards more theater squares, so do I see any good places to put those down? I, in fact, do not see any good places to put those down. You know what I do see, though? An absolutely killer holy site situation right here. Straight up 4 adjacency bonus. I'm putting that down in a heartbeat. And there's even a good campus district nearby, too. Special session. What's going on here? Aid request for Theodora. Dude, I'm pretty sure she's rich enough. Have you not seen the bling on her neck? We got members in the game, though. Maybe I'll send one or two city projects to get myself a Diplo point. Check it out. We got a new city going down here. Belém. The loyalty's not great. Minus 2.2, but man, I've seen way worse than that. I'm going to go monument first. Can I purchase it right out? Not quite a bit too expensive. But this is a good city, man. It's right here on the water. We've got some decent tiles around to work. Got some deer. 2 food tile right here, 2 and 2. I'm going to lock that one in so that we grow at a decent pace. Then first thing to lock in, 100% got to be the harbor, man. You can just so easily hit a wall with a coastal city, especially one where there's only 2 tiles with 2 food on them, where your population doesn't get high enough that you just can't build any more districts because you didn't invest in a harbor and make the coast tiles near your city effective at, growing your pop even further.
Thanks for watching, Panda Gang. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to actually pay for Windows, so make sure to subscribe. Peace.